I think those of us in state government may say, well, what does that have to do with us? Because Citizens United, I mean, it was a federal issue. A lot of these are federal problems with monies going to the U.S. senators and the U.S. congressmen. But what I've seen in the last 3 or 4 years gets back to what we hear on the newspapers and read here on television and see in the newspapers. And it's about gridlock in Congress. And it's really because of the gridlock in Congress, it's trickled down now to the state level. I looked this up, and in 2018, there were 105 bills that were passed by Congress. There were 81 in 2011 and 72 in 2013. And the bottom line is usually we'll pass between 400 and 500 bills in Tennessee during a session. So this is gridlock in reality. Not very many bills are being passed. And what we've seen in the last 3 or 4 years is all of a sudden we have all of this outside money coming in on state issues. And I think that what some of these, whether it's school vouchers, whether it's has something to do with drug regulation, they're coming and trying to pick off the states one by one, these groups. And we're seeing all of this outside dark money come into our elections. It's out-of-state money. It's not Tennessee money. It's not even money coming from Tennessee corporations, but it's people because they can't, and it's organizations because they can't get their agendas passed in Washington. They're now coming down the states. Marijuana is a perfect example. Marijuana legalization. We've had a tremendous amount of money coming in on it. I talked to one of the candidates this afternoon that's running for an open U.S. congressional seat in the Tennessee 1st District. And what we're seeing up there, there's one candidate who every bit of his television advertising is being paid for by an out-of-state, I call it third-party advocacy advertising. And that's why even at the state level, this is very important that we do something about it, because we're having non-local influences involved now in our elections and involved in the type of legislation we pass.